I want to take a few minutes to talk about xenophobia, a pretty serious topic. The word comes from the two Greek words xenos and phobia, um, which means xenos meaning stranger or guest, and phobos meaning fear. So it's really a fear or hatred of strangers or foreigners or anything that's strange or foreign or different that you don't understand. So, what does that mean? Well, it's easy to just make it super simple, but there's really a lot of different layers to xenophobia. It's not just one thing. It's not just racism or nationalism or ethnocentrism or bigotry or prejudice or intolerance. It's many things. And so, medically speaking, a doctor would never label someone that way as xenophobic, but they would certainly try to help someone recognize their fear or hatred of others. Um, Politically speaking, xenophobia was never really used in common language until the late 1800s. And interestingly, this is also in world history when many dictators and totalitarian rulers were on the rise as well. So, in general, xenophobia describes the fear people have of anyone who is different than they are, who they think could pose a threat to their way of life. This could happen individually, locally, regionally, or even nationally, and it has happened. In Europe, that idea is a real possibility. You have to think there's, on a continent of over 40 to 50 different countries, different languages, different cultures. All it takes is, a bad turn in, say, the economy or a regional war or a natural disaster or bad leadership, and suddenly you can have a real problem. So, how do you combat this? Well, it's not easy, but for sure, you should ask questions. You should think about the terms in this presentation, and you should think about history. Has it happened before? It has. Think about World War II. Hitler used xenophobia to create sort of a fear of the Jewish race. And with that is what one of the main things that in World War II, one of the main reasons why the Jews were persecuted and the Holocaust took place. So, you need to be very conscious of those around you and trying to understand their point of view. So, one way, and I think an important way to learn more, is to really sit down with your family and have a discussion about what it means. Okay? Everyone has a different perspective, and we can learn a lot from each other. So, I encourage you to talk about this with your family and to really try to understand other points of view. If we can do that, it's going to make the world a better place.